What's up, everybody? We're live. I'm gonna wait for some people to trickle in, if we get any, because right now we are seeing intense selling pressure. Bitcoin is approaching critical levels where you have officially broken under 30K. I repeat, Bitcoin has officially broken under 30K. This is massive, and it doesn't look like the selling slowing down. We just ate through that 30K like it was nothing. So I wanted to go live to check out all the price action, because right now this is intense. So the bears do not seem to be letting up whatsoever. Bitcoin back above 30K. This is nuts.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
Steve Conley, thank you for subscribing, man. All right, I think we're good. Pull up. All right, everybody. Now that I'm good to go. Sorry, this is very impromptu here. All right, Bitcoin sitting at 29,833. I have a support line drawn here at 29,763, and we are right there. We are right there. We got to zoom in here. This is massive. The implications are real. If we break below this, and there it is. 27.9. We've officially broken below it, even just for a minute. Massive volume. Just to zoom out real quick to show you the implications of this. Eek. Look at all that. Straight line up. It was beautiful when it happened, and it'll be beautiful again if it breaks down below this, because straight line up means straight line back down. So be sure that that is what's going to happen here if we get below and hold these levels down below here. The bulls are trying to fight back here. I'm going to be going over a lot of different coins here on the live, but obviously all eyes are on Bitcoin. Trying to hold these levels. Working hard. I don't know if it'll be enough. Posted a video where I broke down a bunch of different coins earlier today, probably just about less than an hour ago at this point, just doing real quick technical analysis of a bunch of different coins. So check that out if you haven't. But Bitcoin is flirting with disaster here. We're going to tear ourselves away from Bitcoin because I want to take a look at a couple other assets here as Bitcoin still continues to float under 30K. We're going to break down ETH real quick, see how the second largest crypto asset is doing. Making its way back down to 2000. Sitting at 2215 right now, and no signs of slowing down. We're going to go ahead and jump to the SPY to see what happened with the stock market today. We had a massive break. We have a massive breakout. Normally, you would typically hear a massive breakout to the upside, but breakouts do occur to the downside as well. And we had that. So I've been talking about the small little gap fill here. I don't know what exactly the number is, but I'm almost positive it's around 90% of all gaps do get filled. It's a psychological thing on charts that the gaps just need to be filled. And not only did we fill that gap finally, but we also broke below that gap underneath 400. And this is why I believe a lot of the crypto market is selling off, because the stocks and the equity market is just tumbling down. So this is your 401k. This is the regular equity market. We have a lot of money coming off the table. So obviously, if you have money coming off the table in the stock market, Bitcoin recently anyway has been heavily correlated with the stock market, which is why I believe we are selling off. Bitcoin back above 30K for now. Bulls are doing just enough. I mean, what a daily candle. Down 11.5%. We haven't seen a day like this in quite some time. I'm trying to go back. Down 11.5% in one day. Hasn't happened. Can't even find it on the chart. It's been so long. You have a lot of these sixes, 12.5%. So this is the largest sell-off percentage-wise since May 12th of last year. Almost a year to the day. Bitcoin finding some support here. Take a look at this volume on the daily as well. Highest daily volume traded for Bitcoin since May of last year as well. So we have a lot of firsts happening, and not in the good way, with Bitcoin here sitting, holding barely at 30K, 31K, 30,100. Starting to get a green candle, the littlest hint of green for Bitcoin. Let's go over a crowd favorite here. A lot of these coins, honestly, I haven't really done that much technical analysis on. in quite some time. This is not the right Doge chart I wanted. This is the one. Haven't cleaned up a lot of this data. Just gonna go ahead and clean up all this old stuff. You know, stuff that I never thought I'd see again on Doge, from 5 cents, 8 cents, and we're sitting right at 10. So coming right back down to these levels, so they need to be clear for me to be able to see. Got these couple wick highs. Right now, that seems to be what Doge is at least bouncing off of right now. For now. But I mean, down 18% in a day. Everything's getting devastated. Doge not looking good. Hasn't been looking good whatsoever in the longest time. I wonder how far it is. Down 86% from its high, from its all-time high. I mean, we could start looking at fib levels here if we really wanted, from low to high. Almost at the 886, right? So it doesn't even make any sense for a reversal to occur right here. Not only in the dead middle of a range, but in the dead middle of a fib level, of a fib retracement. And I mean, look at that. That 886 lines up perfectly with these wicks from the wick high in between 8 and 9 cents. That's where Doge looks like it's going. No edge whatsoever. You just put in the lowest price on Doge all year, and the lowest price since April of last year. So that is not good for Doge anyway. I'm gonna jump to ADA. I'm just kind of coin hopping at this point, looking at some charts. I mean, wow. When you look at this chart on the daily, just in its entirety, it's over. Cycle over. Bear market began a long time ago, at least for this asset. I mean, you haven't made a higher high since last year at the very least. Like, my goodness, this thing has just been terrible. Just distribution all year long. You had one nice bounce. That was your last chance to get out when you bounced off 80 and were able to rally up to test this 120 level. That's all that was, is confirmation. When we rallied and got back here to 120 and made that same high with higher levels of positive momentum and higher levels on the RSI, that was confirmation. All the confirmation that was needed for traders and everybody else involved to realize it was over, to get out. Now you're sitting at 60 cents for Cardano. You look left, there's nothing there. Absolutely nothing there. So potentially we have 30% more downside for Cardano before we even touch a resistance. It's just the TA. So don't, like, it's, I wish I could be bullish. It's more fun to be bullish, but at this point, it's foolish. Absolutely foolish to be bullish, in my opinion. All right, Bitcoin finally catching some bids here. Able to hold that. Look at that. Just bounce off that perfectly. This 29,760 line has been here since June of last year for me. I can't even tell you the last time I drew a new line on this chart, besides like the channel and a couple of the previous trade setups that I had that are still left over here. All these support resistance lines have been here for a long time. Just taking a look across the market right here. Past 7 days. Just take a look at the last 24 hours. Bitcoin down 11.5%. Ethereum down 12%. BNB down 17%. XRP down 15%. Solana down 18%. Cardano down 20%. Terra down 27%. Luna down 56%. We gotta take a look and see what this looks like here. I don't even know when I've looked at Luna. So I have looked at this. Minimal technical analysis needed on this here. Holy cow. I mean, that's brutal. Down 52%. You have a candle on the daily where this asset lost 52% of its value. It's up 20% on the new day already. The volatility is just insane. You didn't even come really down to touch this resistance down at 23, and you're starting to rally. Oversold. Still oversold. Take a look at the 15 minutes, see if we could have deciphered when it would have fallen. Massive volume. Coming back up here. Bitcoin's at 30,187. So Terra Luna just lost a ton of value. I'm sure a ton of longs got liquidated on this. Price target. See, we're hitting this little resistance here right around 37. Probably won't be much. There's going to be a ton of buyers coming in. I'd be looking at around the $47 range before we could come back down again. But obviously, the markets are so oversold right now. Completely oversold. So there's going to be some bids coming in at least somewhere across these markets. Shiba Inu, do I dare? I don't even know where I would have any technical analysis on this. All right, so we're going blind with Shiba. Going blind with Shiba here. So you get to see some live technical analysis if you're tuning in. Very simple. All right, sort of in dead middle in the range here for Shiba Inu. I'm not even going to begin to try to read that price of what it is. It's worthless. Yeah, so, but right now from where you're at, the longer you spend below these levels here, potentially, we're looking at about 30% more downside. Much like Cardano. To tell you. We're possibly not done yet. I mean, down over 80% of its value. We can take a look at fibs. I'm sure they line up. So you're actually under the 886. The 886 doesn't really line up with anything. Not really anyway. So from low to high on this asset, you are just below the 886. Couldn't even get a reaction. Starting to now, but might be too little too late. And that's Shiba. All right, so Bitcoin catching the bids, rallying when it needs to at the final possible moment. I mean, you're talking about it rallying in the fourth quarter here at this point. I mean, look at it. Look at it. Right off a line that was put here months ago. Months ago, this line was put here. And it's respecting the technical analysis currently. So look for a rally here, which is sort of what we're seeing. We're seeing the bids finally come in. You do have bullish divergence here. This is on the 15 minute, so it doesn't really mean that much on both oscillators, on both the MACD. So we're at least going to come back up to test this 31,000 level before coming back down again, possibly. But in my opinion, this thing has to be able to hold above 31K. You don't want to be floating around here too long, especially since before the market's open. We're still floating down here in the market when the market opens tomorrow morning. And, you know, the market just wants to continue to go down in the equity market, then you know what's going to happen. Dump. So that might do it for me, to be honest. I really wanted to hop on. I think it's because it was really coming down to it. We came down and tested this 29.7 level perfectly. And Bitcoin broke below 30K for the first time all year. All 2022, Bitcoin saw prices below 30K. Who would have thought in the year 2022 you would have seen prices of Bitcoin below 30K? A lot of these crypto YouTubers were saying that last year or 2 years ago. So that's it. Look at these areas here. These are going to be the key levels to watch in between 29.7 and 31K. Because below that, not much. So we want to keep the price action here or rally above. Lowest price on Bitcoin since July of last year. Insane. Yeah, so I think that's going to do it for me, guys. It looks like Bitcoin's going to be able to hold. No emergency dire meeting is needed between the Moon Boys. They do not need to come together and come up with a new game plan on how to shill their newest thing, because all is okay. All is okay right now. As long as Bitcoin can hold 30K, we will be okay. I mean, either way, you're going to be okay. All it is crypto, okay? People put too much value in this stuff. This is all speculation. The markets are dumping. There's a lot of money coming off the table, large amounts of money coming off the table for global fears. For global fears. And that's why we're seeing this. So straight line down here, but all will be okay. The markets will bounce back. When will the bottom be? You hope it would be right here, because if this is not the bottom, but I'm telling you right now, it's not 29K, it's not 25K, it's gonna be around 20K. So, and at that point, from where it's at, 20K is another 36%. Around 33%. Funny, those numbers at 30% seems to be lining up with a lot of the altcoins and in regards to price targets for the nearest support resistance lines. And you know, if Bitcoin loses another 30%, then it goes down to 20k. That'll be a 33% decrease. But then again, if Bitcoin drops 30%, alts will be down like 70%. So that's gonna do it for me, guys. If you stopped in, if you're watching this late and are checking out the video, just feel free to comment below if you want me to go over a particular asset. I just wanted to make this quick video and go live to see if we had any more exciting price action, but it seems like for now the bears are holding on, and they're going to be able to at least make it through another night without crashing even further. But yeah, if you enjoyed the content, if you like my videos, enjoy the vibe, feel free to like and subscribe. And like I said, comment down below if you want me to go over any particular asset, stocks, crypto, Forex. Doesn't matter. I look at it all. I just love charts. So in these trying times, guys, please don't forget to do something your future self will thank you for. And remember, mindset matters.